Christ the King School has made history. After nearly a year of preparation, a group of students had the opportunity to speak with an astronaut in outer space, designating these students as the first Vermonters ever to speak with someone in the cosmos. The astronaut spoke about his experience from how he stays in shape to gardening in outer space. Members of the Green Mountain Wireless Society test the signal as 10 eager students wait to ask their questions to astronaut Tim Kupra. Over a year's worth of work and cooperation granted these students this opportunity to make history.
About a year ago, started submitting the proposals to NASA to be chosen, and then once they went ahead with when they chose the school, we had to submit an equipment proposal. And what we were going to use for equipment, they wanted to make sure that it was going to work and everything that we had was good stuff. And we decided to go with a telebridge contact, which is obviously a telephone contact to a station somewhere in the world that has a better signal of the space station than we did. And that was in Australia this time. So it's pretty interesting how it all works, and it's cool that it does.
Well, today is a very historic event because this will be the first time that Vermont students will be talking live with astronauts on the space station as it flies over Rutland, Vermont. This is a program that we've been working on for over a year through an association with NASA and the amateur radio operators from the Green Mountain Wireless Society. They're here today taking care of all the technical aspects and the connections with the space station and the middlemen who are responsible for connecting the space station with us. We have one in California, one in Australia, and one in Switzerland, I believe, that are all working together, helping us make this connection with the space station possible. We have 10 students, they're all class officers, our school president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, and the student council members. They're all going to be given an opportunity to ask a couple questions of the astronauts. Hopefully, they'll be able to answer all 20 questions. We only have about 10 to 15 minutes to ask questions, so we're going to be moving along quite quickly. But those are the students that will be answering the questions. And they're asking all sorts of different types of questions, which, by the way, those questions were sent to NASA, and they had to be okayed by NASA. There are questions such as what type of things are you growing on the garden, on the space station, what kind of exercises did you do every day, how do you keep in contact with your family members, and something about the experiments that are going on up there also.
Although the conversation with astronaut Tim Kupra was brief, the lasting impact on these students was tremendous, well worth the work for Thomas Still. He hopes that the experience will inspire these students.
You know, when I was a little boy, I remember my grandfather taking us outside so we could see Sputnik, the first satellite that went around the Earth way back in 1957. Boy, I tell you, that makes me feel old, but I still remember how excited I was and how inspired I was by seeing this object flying around in outer space. And that's what I hope these type of activities can do. And I think that's what NASA is trying to do with children today, is really inspire them to go into science, technology, engineering, and math, because we need those type of people in the workforce. We don't have enough. And hopefully programs like this will inspire the kids to go into those fields.
It was a really cool experience because we were the first people in Vermont to be able to talk to people on the ISS. It was a very honoring experience because Mr. E has opened so many doors. Mr. Estel, our science teacher, he's opened so many doors for us, given us so many opportunities. This was one of the greatest, I think. Really cool experience.
If you like to gaze at the stars, you may have already seen the space station astronaut and Army Colonel Tim Kupra resides on.
It is so big that when it flies overhead, it's the third brightest object in the sky. The only thing brighter than the space station are the moon and the sun. That's how bright this object is. And most people have seen it many times, but mistakenly thought they were looking at an airplane, but actually it was the space station that was flying over.
Kupra's advice to students dreaming of becoming an astronaut is to work hard in school, and he stressed the importance of working well with others as a team.